70-year-old Vasanti Meghwar spends her days making bricks to pay off a debt. So does her son Punjo, his wife, and their son Dilip. It's the only life the 12-year-old has ever known. The family borrowed money from the owner of the brick kiln more than 2 decades ago to pay a hospital bill. Now, they spend long days breathing in dust under the scorching desert sun and firing bricks in massive underground kilns. And they don't know if they'll ever get out of here. The owner of the kiln tells them he's keeping half of the money they earn to make payments on their loan. But Punjo hasn't seen the contract since he signed with his thumbprint 23 years ago. And there's no record of how much is left to pay. The Meghwars are among the millions of people in Pakistan who spend their lives making bricks to pay off debts to wealthy landowners. These bricks will be used in construction projects across Pakistan. But families take home so little, they often have to keep borrowing more just to get by. Lawyers say these bricks are part of a system of modern-day slavery. So how are so many families stuck in this endless cycle of debt? And why are they being overlooked? This brick kiln is in the heart of the Thar Desert in Pakistan. Temperatures here can reach up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. 150 families work and live here. Most people are at the very bottom of the Hindu caste system. They're called Dalit, and they often work the least desirable jobs. The Meghwars family of 5 shares just a one-room house and this tent. Dilip started working in the clay fields when he was just 7. Every day they hand over their quota of 1,500 bricks. They get paid $1.50 and are told that another $1.50 goes toward their loan payments. But they have to keep borrowing more just to get by. And they don't know how much interest is being added. The family thinks they still owe about $560. Meanwhile, the owner of the kiln could bring in that same amount in about a week just by selling the bricks the Meghwars make. Insider reached out to the owner. He refused to comment on how the quota and debt scheme works. Still, the family does not blame him. To make the clay for these bricks, workers first need to dig up dirt. Then Dilip adds water and mixes the mud for hours until it turns into clay.
गोड़ा रखी लेन दे पो वारे वे के उठण वे के इला दुखिया ने बगा डाल जिते 500 लगाए उते 1000 लगाए उन्होंने पगार महसूस थिंदो वालदा ने
Breathing in all this dust is the main cause of death here, especially among children.
पाण बीमार होंदा है ना तो डिजे जाए
बर्दाश्त मानो कौन तो करी लगे ना.
The Megwars used to herd cattle. One day, the family borrowed money from a wealthy kiln owner to pay a hospital bill. They say it was their only option because, like millions of others in Pakistan, they don't have a bank account or know how to read. So the Megwars weren't even sure what the terms were. They still don't know. Punjo's mother, Vasanti, joined the family here 12 years ago to help erase their debt.
बस हाणे मजबूरी छोकरा चवंदा जे वञूं ओॾां ज़मींदार न वटि त हो बि चवनि बा 12 महीना जेको से कर्ज़ टुटो पियो आहे उते बि असीं हैरान.
The 70-year-old says this work has worn down her knees and made it harder to walk.
पोइ डपु थिए कहिड़ो करूं डपु थिए थो त पोइ वेठा आहियूं माठका ॿियो कीअं करूं अलाह ते न करे जा मरूं जा बचूं हिकिड़े पासे थीसूं.
While her family keeps working, Vasanti leaves for a while to make lunch. Inflation has made life harder lately.
खे कोंदा पुञू कमाई ते करते माए मुड़स कमाऊं तॾहिं बि असीं मानी ला मोथाज थिया वेठा.
Donkeys help move up to 5,000 bricks from the plots to the kilns every day. The bricks are buried inside this oval-shaped structure where they'll bake. Workers stack them so that hot air can flow in between.
महसूस करण में हथ हिते अंगूठा हिते जलिजी वञनि ईअं सिर में हथ लॻाए त पोइ माण्हू इहे अंगूर जलिजी वञनि.
They cover the top with sand. Then they make holes and fill the gaps between the bricks with wood. This part of the job is so dangerous, workers didn't even want us coming near them. The ground here is hot, and the temperature inside the kilns can exceed 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Sometimes the tops of these structures cave in. In July 2022, 3 people were burned alive when they dropped down into the blazing kiln. Construction sites across the country use these bricks in everything, from lining bridges and canals to building homes.
असांखे ख़बर आहे वॾा वॾा अमीर खणंदा को माड़े ठाहे को बंगला ठाहे को स्कूलूं ठाहे को पका पका कमरा था ठाहे असांजो घर कच्ची मिट्टी सां ठाठल.
The bricks are durable and fireproof, but making them causes a lot of pollution. More than 20% of brick kiln workers in Pakistan have chronic breathing problems. These fumes are full of carbon monoxide and sulfur, which can harm the eyes, lungs, throat, and skin. There are about 20,000 kilns like this one in Pakistan, and 100,000 more scattered across South Asia. They account for over 91% of air pollution in some cities. As of November 2022, Pakistan's Environmental Protection Agency has closed nearly 70 kilns because of overpollution. Another big problem at these kilns is child labor. Zahid Thebo has worked with the Society for the Protection of the Rights of the Child, or SPARC, since 2006. His team visits brick kilns when the owners aren't around to check up on working conditions.
छा पियो करी केड़ो कम कंदो ही केड़ो छा सिरों पथेर थपेर छा करे ॾेखार तूं छा कंदो ही जमार घणी अथई जमार घणी आहे तुंहिंजी उमिरि अच्छा तू कौन पढ़ंदो हुई छो कौन पढ़ंदो हुई छा जे करे वजह
Child labor is against the law in Pakistan. But estimates have found that about a third of workers at brick kilns are underage. And in some places, more than half aren't even 10 years old. The owner of the kiln where Dilip sat denied that any children work there.
मेरे ख्याल में सबसे ज़्यादा जो जुर्म इनका वो उनकी आज़ादी छीन लेना, उनकी मूवमेंट छीन लेना। अब तो मॉडर्न डे स्लेवरी है, ये पहले की तरह अब जंजीरें लगा के भट्ठे पे कैद नहीं रखते।
What happens at brick kilns falls under the legal definition of debt bondage. And it isn't just happening in Pakistan. Reports suggest there are nearly 25 million people trapped in modern-day slavery across Asia and the Pacific regions alone. The only industry where it's more common than in brick production is farming. Pakistan's constitution made bonded labor illegal in 1992.
30 साल गुजरने के बाद एक भी केस अभी बॉन्डेड लेबर एबॉलिशन एक्ट के तहत रजिस्टर नहीं हुआ ताकि भट्ठा मालकों के ऊपर या जो इस्तेसाल कर रहे हैं उन पे FIR कटे।
The Department of Labor here in Sindh province told us it can't prove there's debt bondage at these kilns because there are no records that the families officially worked there. But experts say kiln owners often have government ties, which makes it easier to escape enforcement.
brick kiln ऑनर जो हैं इनकी एक ज़बरदस्त एसोसिएशन बनी हुई है जो मुल्की सतह पे है, तो वो एक माफिया की तरह काम करते हैं पूरे मुत्तहद होके।
The Brick Kiln Owners Association Zahid refers to didn't get back to us, but their website says they're committed to eliminating bonded labor and protecting workers' rights. Zahid says his NGO brings families' cases to court.
हम उस भट्ठे के ऊपर जाते हैं और उनको रिलीज़ करके लेने के लिए जाते हैं, तो वहाँ हमें सबसे बड़ा थ्रेट होता है कि वो रजिस्ट करते हैं भट्ठा मालकान जो हैं, और वो मारने पे पीटने पे डंडे लेकर सारे आते हैं, और एक्टिविस्ट हमारे काफ़ी ज़ख्मी हुए हैं इस अमल में। तुम भी क्या करती हो, पढ़ती नहीं हो?
Since it started in 1992, Spark has helped free over 17,000 workers.
क्या है, क्योंकि लोगों को जब हम रिलीज़ कराते हैं उसके चेहरों पे वो मुसर्रत खुशी देखते हैं, छोटे छोटे बच्चों की वो खिलखिलाते चेहरे जब नज़र आते हैं, तो ये मेंटल और दिली जो सेटिस्फेक्शन है वो कहीं और हमें नहीं मिलेगी।
The NGO moves the families to a camp called Azad Nagar, which means free city. Most here still work at kilns, but they don't owe money.
कर्जा नहीं उठाते, खेतीकार काम करते हैं, जो मजदूरी है नहीं लगाता है सेठ, अब अल्लाह तेरे को खुश रखे, मैं दूसरे भट्ठे में चला जाऊंगा। ये वजह आज़ादी है।
Pannu Fakir started making bricks when he was 8 years old, after his family took out a loan.
इतना जुल्म है तो उजरत नहीं देते, दूसरा अंदर डाल के उसमें ऑफिस में उनको मारते हैं या झूठी FIR कट के उसको थाने में बंधवाते हैं। मेरे को पुलिस के ऊपर आज तक गुस्सा आता है।
We reached out to the local police department who denied any allegations of violence. A court order helped clear Pannu's family debt over 2 decades ago, and he's been living here ever since. Now he works with Zahid to free other workers.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम पुनो।
असां छॾियो कोन्हे अॼु ॾींहुं ताईं, इन मुश्किलातूं अचनि थियूं, वॾियूं वॾियूं मुश्किलातूं।
Pannu travels with families to court if they get a date. But he says he faces threats from kiln owners and was even attacked during a workers' rights protest near the colony in 2013.
पोइ उन में गोलियूं हलियूं, बिल्कुलु माण्हुनि खे इलाही मज़दूरनि खे लॻियूं, जंहिंमें 80 ज़ख़्मी थियासीं। जीअं हीउ निशान आहे गोली जो, हिते निशान आहे।
He says it's a price worth paying to help others like him.
मैं अपनी कॉलोनी में बैठे पट्टे के ऊपर होते ना, तो पाबंदी हो जाती।
But residents here don't have running water and there's no school. The NGO says it's requested aid from the government.
तकरीबन 700 ख़ानदान हैं, उसमें बच्चे भी हुए हैं, 1200 से ज़्यादा बंदे हैं इधर, कोई सहूलत नहीं है। अगर इलेक्शन का टाइम हो तो आएंगे 2 दिन गलियाँ भी देंगे, ये भी देंगे, बोल के जाते हैं, देते नहीं। अभी क्या करें उन्हीं के लिए।
Still, people living in Azad Nagar feel lucky to have escaped the cycle of debt. And today, they're celebrating a wedding at the colony. Zahid is the guest of honor. Back at the kiln, Punjo's wife Rani starts cooking dinner at sunset. She's kneading dough to make roti.
गर्मी जाम गर्मी थींदी कोन गर्मी थींदी त आखिर पेटला त कमाईंदा।
With this debt looming over the family, their options are limited.
बच्चे मुझे को खाब कोने सर खाब आयो कोने सर को निठो खाब।
Dilip also says he has little to look forward to except hanging out with his friend.
आए करो बस रांद खेलना है, बाल बैंट आए कौन को रांदी को कोने एक बे उंदा मोटू उन्हें के दिन उन्हें टोंदा अंता मुखे दिन वाले।
For them, it's a treat to buy a bag of rice snacks once a week.
तब 12 ने जहाँ पढ़ाया लड़के 12 ने कहीं कौन जहाँ लड़के वरे ते गए बेन दे मजदूरी ना जहाँ पढ़ाया था।
Dilip says he doesn't think he'll ever have the chance to learn how to read. He's accepted his fate, but he hopes others don't take their education for granted.
उन्होंने कहीं तो पैगाम देने जहाँ लड़के असाइन कम आए ना यो दुख आवे ते स्कूल वञो ते लड़के बी मजदूरी करे यो बठे दुखी है।